Hey, friends. In this video, we'll talk about how artificial intelligence is helping scientists uncover the mysteries of ancient languages that have remained unclear for centuries. Modern technologies like machine learning and neural networks are playing a key role today in deciphering texts written in forgotten and extinct languages. How AI is able to solve puzzles that even the most experienced linguists struggle with. Stay with us, and we'll show you how the future of science is already changing our understanding of the past. Artificial intelligence has been helping to decipher ancient languages since 2019, and in 2023, German scientists made a real breakthrough. They taught artificial intelligence to recognize texts written in long-forgotten languages. This success came at a time when archaeologists stumbled upon tablets with mysterious symbols in Mesopotamia. To decipher the texts, scientists used machine learning algorithms capable of processing data sets that are beyond human perception. Using thousands of photographs and artifacts, artificial intelligence began to identify recurring symbols and patterns by comparing them with known bibliographies of ancient languages. Its abilities grew with each new piece of information. Finally, it identified a unique alphabet and even translated some texts, opening windows into an ancient civilization that can tell its stories thousands of years later. This revolution in archaeolinguistics has not only brought us closer to understanding long-lost cultures, but has also provided a clear picture of the existence and beliefs of that era. Thanks to these innovations, humanity is taking a new step in studying its past, extending the boundaries of what's possible and rewriting history that we once thought was lost forever. With the advancement of technology, artificial intelligence and machine learning are becoming powerful tools for deciphering ancient languages. They can process large volumes of data, uncover hidden patterns, and build models that the human brain doesn't always catch. This technology has been used to decode Mayan script, the ancient language of the Maya. The algorithms were trained on known texts and were able to assist in identifying symbols and words, which significantly sped up the deciphering process. And was used to decode Mayan script, the ancient language of the Maya. The algorithms were trained on known texts and were able to assist in identifying symbols and words, which significantly sped up the deciphering process. Mayan script is a complex writing system used by the Maya civilization in what is now Mexico, Guatemala, and other Central American countries, starting from the 3rd century AD. Mayan writing combined pictographic symbols representing objects and logographic elements representing words and ideas, as well as phonetic signs, sounds. The Mayan script consists of over 800 symbols, including hieroglyphs and signs that represent words, syllables, and sounds. Even though many of these signs were deciphered in the 20th century, there are still texts that remain only partially decoded, making it difficult to fully understand Maya culture and their writing. The texts written in Mayan script cover many aspects of Maya life, including their history, religion, astronomy, and politics. Although a significant portion of these texts has already been deciphered, the remaining unexplored symbols and fragments continue to be of interest to researchers, especially with the use of new technologies. In 2020, a group of researchers from Lancaster University in the UK used machine learning methods to analyze data on Harpi writing. The team created an algorithm that studies frequency patterns and relationships between different symbols to suggest which ones might be logographic and which might be phonetic. In addition, classification methods were used to automatically group similar symbols and highlight the main elements of the writing system. It allowed for the identification of several key symbols that may represent important concepts, numbers, names, or divine powers. Clustering algorithms were also used, which automatically group symbols based on their likely meanings and similarities, helping to create a clearer picture of the writing system's structure. Although AI offers promising results in deciphering the Harpi script, many scientists believe that it will take much more time and effort to finally decipher it. AI helps to highlight certain patterns and speeds up the process. But ultimately, for a complete deciphering, historical and contextual knowledge is necessary, and that's not always available. AI technologies could play a key role in the future, opening up new research methods and helping to process large amounts of data. However, the final deciphering of the writing system of the Indus Valley civilization will likely require a combination of modern technologies and traditional archaeological methods. Sumerian cuneiform is one of the earliest and most significant writing systems in human history. It emerged in ancient Mesopotamia around 3500 BC. It was used for writing on clay tablets. Cuneiform, like other forms of writing, is a system of signs that represent words, sounds, or syllables. However, the Sumerian language written in cuneiform was complex, and the writing itself was multi-layered and not always easy to interpret. One of the significant projects that used AI to decipher Sumerian cuneiform is the AI and Cuneiform project. As part of this project, researchers from the University of Colorado applied machine learning algorithms to recognize and classify cuneiform signs. They used neural networks to create software that can automatically interpret Sumerian and Akkadian texts. In 2020, scientists from the University of Texas developed a system that used neural networks to analyze over 200,000 cuneiform tablets. The system helped to identify patterns in cuneiform texts and predict possible meanings for new symbols. This is one of the most mysterious and not fully deciphered writing systems of ancient times. It was used by the Etruscan civilization in what is now modern Italy from the 8th to the 1st century BC. Etruscan writing has still not been fully deciphered, despite numerous studies and the efforts of linguists and archaeologists. However, with the advancement of technology, especially in the fields of artificial intelligence and machine learning, new methods have emerged for deciphering this ancient writing. One of the projects using artificial intelligence to analyze Etruscan writing is a study being conducted at Lancaster University in the UK. As part of this project, machine learning methods were used to analyze and classify the symbols of Etruscan writing. The team developed an algorithm that was trained on known texts, like inscriptions on stones and seals, to improve the identification and deciphering of lesser-known signs. In addition, researchers at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland applied deep learning algorithms to work with Etruscan texts to predict relationships between symbols and uncover new patterns in the writing system. Roman and Greek papyri are an important source for studying ancient culture, science, politics, and everyday life. These texts on papyrus have survived for over 2,000 years, and many of them remain important historical artifacts that provide a unique insight into the ancient world. However, despite their historical significance, some papyri are still not deciphered. There are also issues with their restoration and reading due to damage, faded ink, or non-standard forms of writing. In 2020, researchers from Lancaster University in the UK developed a system that uses neural networks to restore texts from ancient Greek papyri. The system uses OCR technology as well as machine learning methods to process and enhance the quality of images of damaged papyri. In addition, the Virtual Papyri project, carried out in collaboration with several universities and research centers, uses deep learning algorithms to restore papyrus texts, many of which have been damaged over time. The Rosetta Stone is one of the most famous archaeological discoveries, playing a key role in deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs. This stone was found in Egypt. Scholars initially struggled to decipher Egyptian hieroglyphs due to the lack of parallel texts. The stones were inscribed with 3 texts, one in ancient Greek and one in ancient Egyptian, using 2 different writing systems, hieroglyphs and demotic script. Initially, scientists could not decipher Egyptian hieroglyphs since this written language was almost forgotten and parallel texts, as in the case of cuneiform or other scripts, did not exist. The success in deciphering the Rosetta Stone was made possible because it contained the same text as the one in ancient Greek, which was well known to scholars. Jean-François Champalin used this fact in 1822 to begin deciphering hieroglyphs, determining that many of them were sound symbols, graphemes, which represented the sounds of the koidia. Although the Rosetta Stone was deciphered by hand in the early 19th century, the use of AI continues to improve the understanding of other ancient codes and texts that have a similar structure. For example, AI has been used to analyze various ciphers and codes found on ancient artifacts, which, like the Rosetta Stone, contain written texts. The emergence of modern technologies has utilized traditional linguistic approaches, such as the comparative method. This method is based on comparing the words, grammar, and structures of different languages. Linguists analyze similar languages to find common elements. They can compare known and studied languages with those that haven't been deciphered, looking for similar roots and grammatical structures. So, comparing ancient Greek and Latin helps in deciphering other Indo-European languages. There's also a method called bilingualism. This method is used when a text is found in two languages, and one of them is already known. This helps establish a connection between the unknown and the known language, and then decipher it. For example, the Rosetta Stone, which contained text in both Egyptian and Greek, helped to decipher Egyptian hieroglyphs. The next method is contextual analysis. This approach is based on studying the context in which individual symbols, words, or phrases appear. Researchers often analyze archaeological finds, objects, images, and other artifacts to understand what words or symbols might mean. For example, based on the images and symbols on ancient stones or clay tablets, scholars can draw conclusions about the meaning of certain signs by placing them in context with modern knowledge. There is also semantic analysis and frequency analysis. When a text in an unknown language contains a lot of repetitive symbols or words, it can be helpful in deciphering it. Frequency analysis helps identify the most frequently occurring elements, which can provide clues about the structure of the language. Frequency analysis can be used to identify frequently occurring words such as pronouns, prepositions, or articles, which helps in decoding language. Next up is graphemic analysis and symbol decoding. In the case of pictographic or hieroglyphic systems, scholars study each symbol, its forms, meanings, and the ways in which they are combined. This can be a labor-intensive process, but over time can lead to a full understanding of the writing system. They also use the method of identifying roots and affixes. By studying the roots of words, prefixes, and suffixes, linguists can draw conclusions about the structure of the language and how its words are formed. This method requires knowledge of the typical grammatical and morphological structures of languages. Sometimes scholars try to reconstruct an ancient language. This is called language reconstruction. They use existing texts in related languages to reconstruct its structure and vocabulary. This is especially relevant for languages that left no written records. For example, the Proto-Indo-European language, which existed before the well-known Indo-European languages, was treated exactly like that. Cryptography and deciphering. In some cases, ancient texts are codes or ciphers that require cryptographic analysis. To decipher such texts, they use decryption methods similar to those applied in cryptography. Deciphering the Book of the Dead in ancient Egypt involved special signs that required complex cryptographic work. This incredible journey into our history shows how technology today serves as a bridge between the past and the future. Artificial intelligence not only opens up forgotten pages of antiquity, but also gives us the key to understanding cultures and civilizations that we could only guess about. And maybe, just over the horizon, new discoveries are waiting that will turn our understanding of the world upside down once again. Stay tuned for our upcoming episodes to find out what other treasures are hidden in time and ready to be revealed with the help of future technologies. Hey friends, I have an interesting offer for you. You have a unique opportunity to become part of our team. If you have video editing skills, can voice over videos in Russian, English, and other languages, or write interesting scripts, we'd love to work with you. Just message our Telegram bot. The link is in the description. We would be happy to work with you. Message our Telegram bot. The link is in the description. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.